physical force.
So that was the censored version I just watched on YouTube Movies. And this is the unrated version I also found on YouTube. Robocop. Robocop is a 1987 film directed by Paul Verhoeven. Paul Verhoeven, who is that? He also directed Hollow Man, Total Recall, and a bunch of other bangers. He's an amazing film director. This movie is very awesome. This is actually the first time I've ever watched this movie. By the way, I want to say, do not watch Robocop, the censored version that they have on YouTube Movies. It is not worth it. I don't care what you do, if this movie's on a streaming service currently where it's unrated, do not watch this movie censored. Do not watch the TV edit of Robocop. Watch the unrated version. I just watched the censored version, and it's just awkward when they like ad-lib, the curse scenes. Like, hey, like, don't do this, they'll go, hey man, screw off. It ruins the experience. I have seen clips of it through osmosis. Like, I know of it. I know of famous scenes of like, let me backtrack. The first ever Robocop I ever saw was the 2013 remake. That movie was not good. I saw it with my friend Martin and Ben Kerr. It was like just a random day after high school. One of my friends had it on demand. I think it was like on Netflix or something. It was boring, didn't catch me, but I knew of this legendary original, the first movie, Robocop. It's a very great film. Very, very great film. The directing is awesome. It has a nice theme song. Everybody's acting is great in this movie, and the violence, holy smokes! I don't know if people love this movie because of its ultra violence or just because it's a great movie. I love it because of both. So the movie stars this guy named Alex Murphy, who is a Detroit police officer. Beginning of the movie, like first 20 minutes, he's a Detroit police officer. He has a wife and kids. He goes on a normal routine, bust, finds a big drug dealer, ends up getting, shot and blown to bits by this drug dealer. Basically he's pronounced dead, but the Detroit Police Department has teamed up with this corporate media conglomerate where they're creating robot police officers, and they're going to do an experiment on Alex Murphy's dead body, and they're going to try to bring him back to life, but as a robot. And the whole movie follows Robocop, where it's no longer Alex Murphy, it's now Robocop being a robot, but it's also like a part of his brain was like saved, so he still has memories of, even though they said his memory was wiped, he still has memories of his life before. The whole time you're going, wow, this is very interesting. And like the killing, dude, like oh my fucking god, YouTube is crazy. YouTube will censor curse words, but YouTube will not censor this. Yeah, YouTube will censor the word fuck and a bunch of other bad words in Robocop and what they have on YouTube Movies. But, oh no, some dude getting shot in the dick. Perfectly fine. Man, the actor who plays Robocop is this guy named Peter Weller. He's amazing. The sidekick, the female officer he's with, she's a badass. She is a good heroine. This is an amazing movie. Kill after kill after, bad guy getting blown to bits. Bad guys get their heads blown off. They get ran over. They get like a rocket launcher killed. Like, this is a awesome movie. Robocop. If I had to give an honest opinion, honest review, Robocop will honestly get an 8 out of 10 approval from me. The reason it gets an 8 out of 10, and I'm talking so highly about this movie, but you're like, Steven, why does it get an 8 out of 10? The reason it gets an 8 out of 10, just something about it did not hit legendary status, and on top of legendary status, Robocop just didn't hit that legendary of legendary film status. It's a solid 8 out of 10. I would recommend this movie. Awesome. Great acting, great directing, great bad guy deaths. You care about, Alex Murphy's character. And also something, too, I want to say. When I mentioned Robocop, a.k.a. Alex Murphy, his wife and kids, you really only see his wife and kids for like 10 minutes of the movie. Once he becomes the robot, I don't want to spoil it, but they don't really bring them back. And they don't really bring them back for a good reason. And you're going to be like, they're not, they're not trying to get tears out of you in this movie. This is not that type of movie. This is a different type of movie. And it's a great movie for that. It's just non-stop. And I will say one thing. The ending to this movie, it caught me off guard. It's pretty abrupt. It's like, okay, spoiler alert, Robocop saves the day. And then it just, you're going to be like, the movie's over. I want more. Hey, if a movie can do that, if it could give you, an enjoyable time, I think that's what all movies should be. It's a great movie. I love it. I love this movie, Robocop. It's crazy. I went 23 years without seeing this movie. But like I said, through osmosis, I know about it. I know most about it. And I've probably seen, a lot of cool clips of it on YouTube. It's a great movie. Most people know about it. If you don't, check it out. My name is Steven, and I'll see you next time. See ya.